Just a quick tip on how to load and unload the Bond arms. What we recommend is you just open the barrel and then you let it just slide upside down like that. Then you can drop the shells in and then you close away from yourself. Some of the safety features that we built into Bond arms guns. First, we have the crossbolt safety. You can see that being moved back and forth. And now it's in a fire position. When you have it like this, you can look down inside and see that it will totally block the hammer from hitting the firing pins. One of the other things that we have designed into the gun is a rebounding and locking hammer. And the way this works is when you pull the trigger, you can actually push it forward against the firing pins. But when your finger's not on the trigger or you're not firing the gun, it won't go forward and hit the firing pins. And we did that in case you drop the gun with live rounds in it and it hits on the hammer, it won't go off, or it's designed for to not be able to go off. And so when you fire the gun and it hits, it automatically always jumps back and locks for you. A couple of other quick tips about Bond arms guns. They're a little unique, and one thing I want to show you is the trigger pull. And the trigger pull on most guns is straight back, but if you notice, it actually goes down and back because of the pivot angle. And so what happens is if a lot of times when people get one of these guns and they're going to shoot the 410, they'll put the death grip on the gun, and what happens is they'll put their thumb up against the hammer, and that makes them hold the gun high. And if they stick their finger through to the first joint and try to pull back, it's pulling against the direction it should be going, and it feels like 20 pounds of pressure. If you relax your grip, the weight of the gun is designed to handle the recoil. And so if you keep your thumb away from the hammer and then just with the tip of the finger just pull down and back, it eases up trigger pull immensely. One other tip is a lot of people ask us, they'll call in and wonder, do both barrels fire at the same time? The answer is no. The way the gun's designed, there's a cam inside here, and it rotates the hammerhead. And you can actually see the hammerhead right here, and it just dropped, and that means it's going to hit the bottom barrel. So next time that you cock it, it stays up, so now it's going to hit the top barrel. And if you make sure your gun's unloaded when you're doing this initially, and you can just cock it back and forth and just note the position of it, and if it's down, if you have a bigger gap here, it's going to hit the bottom barrel. If it stays up and it have less of a gap, it's going to hit the top barrel. And another tip on shooting the gun, a lot of the competition shooters, what they do is they shoot the bottom barrel first. And so what they do is they just make sure they can note that it's in the top position now, so they release, and so they know the next time they pull the hammer back, it's going to be on the bottom barrel. And the bottom barrel is basically lined up with the sights and is pretty much dead on at 10 yards. The recoil of the bottom barrel, as you can see, it goes more straight back into your arm. But the top barrel is like a revolver, and it's going to torque up. And what you want to do is with the top barrel is aim just slightly below your target, and that'll help you with your accuracy with the gun.